Hello, how are you? Good afternoon and good evening. Wherever you're joining from, I want to believe that you've had a great time. My day has been very, very wonderful and exceptional. Well, I've had a very interesting day. I went to the Museum of Illusion in somewhere in downtown Texas, and it was very, very good. Well, tonight, again, you know how we do it. We are on family strategy, and today is a very special day because a whole lot is happening around the world, and I'm super excited, especially as someone who's from Africa. When I see my African brothers doing amazing stuff, I mean, I saw what Apostle Joshua Selman is doing in North America for his conference, and I'm really, really excited because when we win, when one person wins, all of us win. And so I am super excited. Anyway, how are you? How has your weekend been? Praise for where your number one family life strategist is here once again today. I want to take a stab at a very interesting subject: how to protect your marriage in the days of social media. Instagram is just a representation of the social media age because a whole lot is happening and many people are losing their marriage because it's a gram, right? And many people think that what they see is the reality. On Instagram and social media, you have people who have no houses, who post with other people's houses, simply because they want to form an impression. And then they are your friend, maybe they were your classmates, and suddenly you think that, hey, your life is not working, despite the fact that a lot of things are working for you. I once told a friend, I said, see, we might just be the few authentic people, on social media, because what you see is often what you get. You see someone who has gone to the gym once in maybe 2 years, suddenly post that and begin to talk about keeping fit. And but the days they don't go, they never post anything. So consistently, it's now a make-believe world. It's a world where we try to impress people, not really, really because we have even lived that life out, but simply because we want to, seek for clicks, especially now that some of those networks now pay. So it's now a survival of, it's now a fight of who gets the highest click, who gets the highest comments, the highest following, and what have you. That's where we are right now. So everyone is trying to take a share of the market, and whatever makes the market trend is what people embrace. And people have gotten to the level of sharing their nudity, they call it leaks, and then simply because they want to promote a movie, people have gotten to the extent of fighting themselves dirty. Husband and wife have brought their matters on social media, and now we have social media in-laws. People have put pressure on themselves. So you see, newly married, they start inspiring people and sharing how to be successfully married. They've not even done 1 year in marriage. And so you see, and there's nothing wrong with instructing people. But except, I mean, if you're certified to do it, that's not a problem. But when your own has not even been subjected to any test and you are not a professional, it becomes very worrisome. Then people take all kinds of tips. You see all tips on what bedroom should look like from people who don't have a spouse, teaching other people, and they're not also licensed, teaching other people what the bedroom should look like. And so people have gotten into trouble looking for what is not missing. People who used to be okay with themselves suddenly begin to have doubt. And that is the danger of social media because it's a make believe world. It shows you what is not real. And before you know it, you run into trouble. Now, it means that a lot of marriages will be at risk because it could be your husband or your wife. I mean, for men, you will notice that on Facebook, for example, there are Facebook videos, and most Facebook videos is about sex. The content creation is high on sex. So the mind is no longer protected. And before you know it, you begin to fantasize of doing things that you couldn't even imagine yourself ever doing. I mean, we've had a situation where a couple who were very okay started seeing this particular video, and before they knew it, I mean, the thing spiral, the series spiral into bringing in other people for them to do a threesome, a foursome, and before you knew it, it became a polyamorous relationship. And now they're tired and they want out. See, your marriage is being attacked left, right, and center by all kinds of people. I mean, once upon a time, you had couples online who were sharing a lot of tips only for us to realize that they had gotten divorced. And you want to ask yourself, how come everything they were sharing is not working for them? It's so easy to get content right now. All you need is, tell ChatGPT to create 100-day content for you or around the year content with everything, and then you're just reeling it out. You don't have to have lived it out, and that's the danger. So it becomes a very fine line between the genuine and the fake, the authentic, and then the ones who are not authentic. And so people don't even know what to follow because loud and bold becomes the new right. And so we are in a state of crisis. And so the people generally want to build a marriage must know that you can build an authentic marriage on the streets of social media. You've got to step away from the gram, step away from the paparazzi, step away from the red carpet, and you need to bend down to build because no marriage is built on hope, no marriage is built on hype. Every marriage, it's got to be built, intentionally. And so and applied knowledge is what it takes to build a successful marriage. But if the two of you are already damaged, even knowledge may not help you unless you get help. And so if you're listening to me up until this time and you're yet to get the family combo and you live in a diaspora, you are literally wrong, right? Because the marriages are going to be tested by so many things. And if you don't understand the framework, a lot of people have lost their marriages to ignorance. I mean, when people come and they sit with me, I am in shock at the challenges they are having and how cheap it is to resolve and how they could have prevented it if they had the right counsel or they had the right person working with them. And so people pray about what they need therapy for. People go for therapy about what they need prayers for. People do therapy on what they need coaching. They do coaching on what they need strategy. And people, the situation is just upside down. People prefer solution on what they have not diagnosed. If you meet any professional and what you're doing is to chat with the person and you're saying, describing what you're going through, and the person is telling you what to do, the person may not be doing you a lot of good because if you don't accurately diagnose, you cannot get the appropriate solution to whatever you're dealing with. So in this age and time, what are the strategy you need to keep your marriage and relationship intact? The first thing you want to do is you want to set digital boundaries, right? I mean, we are living a life in a way that the social media is becoming addictive, right? That when we wake up to see if we posted an article, you want to check how many people have seen it, the clicks, the comments, you're reading the comment. And so our devotion has been taken away. That's the spirituality has been taken off us. The next thing that, because social media is like porn. Porn is a jealous lover, never shares. Initially, porn gives you the impression that I can share you. After a while, it becomes a secret lover. After a while, it becomes the only lover. And then you have to hide. And you know that addiction thrives in secrecy. So you want to set the digital boundaries. I love a couple who I mentored many years ago. Their digital boundary is that when they're in their room, you can't do social media because as far as they're concerned, you are bringing external people into the bedroom. So whatever you want to do, you do it outside of the room. Your phone has got to be away from you. When we're in a room, we're in our room. We can't be in the room and be elsewhere. So you want to set digital boundaries for yourself. What's going to be the number, how many hours of screen time are you going to have when you're having conversation with your spouse? How are you going to drop your phone? You need to have that conversation because if care is not taken, you will be so addicted to the virtual audience that you no longer have time for your spouse, right? So you set digital boundaries to say, these are the things we will do. This is what we're going to use social media for. These are the things we're not going to do. Some people put unnecessary pressure on themselves. You think that people will question your marriage if you are not flaunting your spouse. You will hardly find my children's picture online, except on special occasion. You know why? I didn't want to put unnecessary pressure on themselves because I knew the pressure I faced growing up because my dad was a priest and everyone's kind of measured my dad measured me by my dad. I couldn't grow like a proper child. So even when I made mistakes that normal children made, people gaslighted me and I didn't like that. So you want to set the digital boundary. Number two, you want to share only what builds, not brag. right? Many a time we're quick to announce everything we're doing. We're quick to announce we're building a house. You put it on social media. You want to buy a car. You put it on social media. Your spouse buys you a gift. You put it on social media. You are not even aware that there are people who are praying night and day for your marriage to crash. There are people who don't love you. You think they love you. That's why people say that when you have brought your mother on social media and you begin to have crisis, you have no right not to say that they should get involved in it. There are so many things getting on social media that could have been resolved outside of social media. If only that they have a credible third party who is very intelligent, they would have resolved those matters outside of social media. But every little thing, if you are already taking your matter to social media, then you're going to have social media counselors, social media therapists, and social media in-laws. In fact, social media audience, they clap for you when you do well, they boo you when you do badly, and they even set up a law court for you. So you share only what builds, not brag. Inspire people, right? If you are an engineer, hey, put out engineering solutions in there. Build your content around what cannot be controverted, what doesn't make people pry into your privacy. I mean, it's as bad as people won't give birth and the baby born images is all over social media. People's nudity is on social media. People are in their bedroom. I mean, we have never been to your house, but we know what your bedroom looks like. We know what your living room looks like. We know every little thing happening to your children. You are updating us, and you think everyone is happy with you. What are you trying to prove? Sometimes you want to sell a product, but there are other ways to sell a product than to risk the life of your children or to risk the privacy of your children. I'm not sure we even ask for their permission before we put their lives out there. The pressure that can place on them is sometimes, we can't quantify. Number 3, don't compare, you collaborate. Don't compare yourself with other people, because everyone, Bible says that everyone proclaims his own goodness, a faithful man who can find. Everyone can go out there and tell you, oh, this is what we do. Oh, we kiss 200 times every day. And then they look, I mean, I've seen all kinds of things in my lifetime that eventually they go through a divorce and you're wondering what's going on. Where's divorce coming? We thought you guys were cool together. I've seen people who are cool on social media, cool on the pulpit, but then they're beating themselves behind the scene. So it's important for you not to compare yourself with other people, collaborate, right? You need to have a blueprint for your marriage, and you need to pace yourself and grow at your own pace. Then take breaks together. It's okay to go on social media break. It's good to go on vacation, and you owe nobody an explanation for where you're going. You don't have to announce to them, hey, you can just say, I'm going to take a break for 2 weeks, right? It doesn't matter. You don't have to tell. Most of the things happening to me are not on the pages of social media. Most of the meetings I'm having, you can find it on social media. It's so bad that some people are having a conversation with high net worth individuals and they are putting it on speaker, they are live streaming it, right? I mean, it's lack of respect, except where you've already asked them, what are you trying to prove? That you have access? It's important for us to understand what protocol is and what is not protocol. Oftentimes when people do those kind of things, is to seek a third-party endorsement because they want to sell something. So you want to take breaks together, because remember that you don't become a champion in the ring. You are already a champion outside of the ring. If you don't work out, you don't do what you should do as a boxer, they're going to beat you black and blue in the ring. Bible says if you fail in the days of adversity, King James Version says your strength is small. Another translation says you are a bad specimen if you can't stand the test of time. And so the time that people should spend working on themselves, on in their marriage, developing themselves, they are all over social media creating content. And then every little crisis like this, they don't even know what to do, because you have set the expectation too high. You have created unrealistic expectation, and then your world comes crashing down. So take breaks together. And finally, use tech to bond, not compete. Don't look at another couple and say, see what they're doing. Can't we do that? Hey, you don't have to do that. As a professional from Africa, what is common is for husband and wife to do marriage together. It's like saying that you need to show that your marriage is working for you to help other people. And so people ask me all the time, why you're not doing this with your wife? And hey, my wife is a financial consultant, right? That's a life. Right? I'm not an associate financial consultant. She does family finance, and then we do that together. But I don't have to, co-opt her into, social media, and so to prove what exactly. And that's what people do all the time. So you see one spouse is struggling because it's not their forte, right? The other person is just so that people can think that things are working. There are people do it together, and there's nothing wrong with that. If it works for you, with all pleasure. But it doesn't have to be like that, because the chief medical director, his wife, his spouse is not a deputy chief medical director. This is a profession with certification. And when people go to school to go study, you know how much of what I've consumed, how much of what I've studied in my lifetime, and then I'm just going to force someone else, to begin to give wrong answers, right? Let us pace ourselves. Let us accept ourselves. Let us support one another in our greatest pursuit, and let everyone be happy. Don't force your spouse into what they're naturally not suited for simply because some other people are doing it, right? Because you want to do it as a business, right? You need to understand that marriage is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And you don't want to put unnecessary pressure on your marriage. I pray that all will go well for you, all will go well with you. And I hope that phone and those things that you open by yourself called social media account will not destroy your family, will not put a strain on your relationship, will not expose you to people who are going to come and tempt you beyond what your capacity can build, because people can intentionally come and set you up, and that will not be your portion. So I want to say thank you very much for joining me again today. Tomorrow is another day, family strategy, and we've done 15 days already, so half of the month is gone. I want to do this every day till the end of the month. So if you want me to walk with your family, you can check my bio on Instagram and look for my Calendly. And there is a 15 minutes clarity session that is free. You can schedule that, or you can see all the other bouquets that are available over there. Or if you want me to help you build an intelligent family during strategy, nice strategy session, you can use the scan code. And if you want to do it yourself, the one that is most affordable, that you want to do it yourself, 2 books are shipped to you, and 3 intentional courses on parenting and how to set up family structure and family system. You can order for the family combo. It's scrolling right now, or you can use the scan code. I wish you all the best, and I want you to know that your family will work and you will succeed. I'll see you tomorrow, God's willing. This is Praise for where keep loving, keep believing. I celebrate and I honor you. Bye-bye. If you're on Instagram, this video is available on my YouTube channel, Praise for Bowe Life. So you want to go subscribe right now. I love you and I honor you. Bye-bye.